Okay, so I'm going to do a little walk around of my new bike I just got. This is a Buell Ulysses XB12X, first year 2006. I happened to pick it up for a smoking deal. I was actually looking for a BMW, R1150 or 1200 GS adventure bike. I was looking for something bigger than a KLR, bigger than a Thumper. I wanted something I could cruise on freeway speeds to go visit or travel to California. My son goes to San Diego State. I wanted to go over there and visit him. Didn't want to be screaming along at 75, 80, 85 miles an hour, ringing out some thumpers. So I was looking for something twin cylinder, around 850, 800 or above, and found this one. It's a didn't really know anything about Buells. Had to do some background on them. I guess they've been made by Buell, and then Harley bought them. They're actually Harley motors, but they really only the cylinders. The heads, tranny, crank, everything else have all been massaged, basically factory race tuned. Puts out about 100, and it's got a K&N filter and a drummer opened exhaust. Puts out about 107 horsepower. Torque is ungodly at like 90, I think it is, and it's all low torque. I mean, this thing will wheel you like crazy. Matter of fact, when I test drove it, the guy thought I was a psycho because I happened to test drive in front of his house. I grabbed some gas, and the front end picked up. Well, luckily, I've been riding bikes for a lot of years. I understand, hey, just give it a little bit of rear brake, and it'll control that wheelie, keep it from going over on me. So this is it's black. He had put brand new tires on it, and he took the wheels. They're normally kind of that color, kind of a goldy grayish or something. He had them all powder coated black to match the bike, which is really cool. Bridgestone battle axes front and backs. They're not really off-road tires, but I'll put on a set of Conti Twin Duros or some Shinkos or something like that to try out for knobbies. Came with this tail bag here, which expands. There's a little sissy bar thing that folds up and down right here. I added the these little Amazon cheapy saddlebags for, I think they're $50 or something, but they work really great. I add the tank bag, and I add this little Coleman ATV seat, which really works great. Well, I'll tell you, best $19 you can spend right there. Really feels good. Even though the seat's really good, this really makes you can go long miles without having to worry about getting monkey butt. 5-speed, 1 down, 4 up. Again, it's not a Harley tranny. If you notice, it drives on this side over here with a belt, which is really kind of cool. Belt has no slop or slack, and the thing will go for, I think they said 50 or 60,000 miles. No oiling, no nothing, no adjustments. The bike has, I think, 10,000, a little over 10,000, because I bought it, had about 10,003, and I've put a few hundred miles on it. It was used a little bit off-road. You can see it's got a little bit of damage there where I guess it went over at one time. It has the K&N filter kit, opened up air box. It has the comfort kit on it. Has good brakes on. Has the 43 mil Showa upside down forks with the little twin headlights. Oil cooled and air cooled. Has a little fan that goes off once in a while. You hear it when it's hotter. Hasn't been that hot lately here in Arizona. Fully adjustable suspension all the way around. So oil is in the swing arm, which is really kind of cool. And then gas is here in the gas tank, 4.5 gallons, or actually 4.4 gallons. 3.8 until it comes on reserve. It has factory accessories, which I plugged in this little for my GPS, actually for my phone, and then fully adjustable suspension. So it's got the Street Fighter bar end mirrors on. I've also got the regular mirrors. The guy had taken off the hand guards, but I got a set of MSRs that I'm going to put back on it. And I've also got a taller windscreen for it too, 4 inches taller. So all in all, guy wanted $4,900. I got him down to $2,000 cash. So I'm pretty stoked about that deal. I'm waiting to take a long trip on. I'm going to take it to go see my son here in March. Haven't told him that I bought a motorcycle. I'm just going to surprise him because he's been talking about one. So I'm going to surprise him that I bought one. And I've had bikes, had dirt bikes. I had the Widowmaker, the old 74 K8 Kawasaki KH 500 triple two-stroke. Talk about a wheelie monster. And I've had Yamaha Seika Turbo, which I had massaged, and Yamaha FZR 1000 dirt bikes like YZ490, YZ250. But with marriage and things, you can tend to not use those or you get hurt. So now here I am, divorced, and I'm able to get whatever I want, whenever I want. I've been divorced like 10 years, but finally got a chance to get a bike that I liked, and this one really piqued my interest. It's kind of a street fighter bike. This bike handles really great, but it's got 7 inches of suspension travel, so I can take it off-road and everything. So I think with all the bags I have on it, this actually flips up to this little sissy bar spine pad thing, goes right here, and I'll put another bag across the top right here, a rolled duffel, waterproof, and that'll carry all the gear I need, along with I've got a cool little bag here I kind of like, because my phone, I have a Samsung Note 2, fits in that little slot perfectly, so when I'm driving, it's like I can see it, and then I plug it right into here, which is kind of cool. So maybe we'll give her a start up. You guys can kind of hear it. All fuel injected, so you have to turn on the ignition, of course, and those tacks drop back. That does a computer check. Turn on this switch. Fuel pump comes on. When that light goes out, she's ready. Drummer exhaust. The drummer exhaust makes it sound like a Harley, even though it's a factory-tuned race Harley, I guess you call it. Yeah, it's a paint shaker, but you know what? That's a man's bike. You feel that bike between your legs. It really runs good, and strong, low-end torque. This thing will pull stumps out of the ground, I bet. All I know is one thing, you gotta be careful, because it will wheelie like crazy. I grabbed second gear and I gave it a little bit of gas, and the thing popped right up, and the next thing you know, I'm showing off and I didn't really mean to. So runs great. Nothing to adjust. Just so you can hear it here. The idle's beautiful. Shut it off. And one of the beauties about this being air-cooled, or oil-cooled and air-cooled, is if it's over temperature, what it'll do is a little fan underneath here comes on, it blows onto the oil in the back of the cylinder head, so you don't have a roast in the back cylinder head at all. It's got a big, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-core oil cooler with a little scoop for it, which is really pretty cool. So, all in all, pretty dang happy with this, especially for $2 grand. Yeah, I've added some $58 Amazon saddlebags and a $29 cycle case from generic whoever, but that I got included, which is $175 when I looked it up online. So, took it to emissions, passed immediately. Really pretty stoked. So I'll give you guys an update on my trip next month, or actually here in about 3 weeks, to San Diego, taking all back roads. I'm going to go to some really cool things on the way, like the failed Gillespie Dam over on the Gila River, where it broke loose in 1993. The bridge to nowhere that goes across the Gila River down by Yuma. And then the Swastika Bridge, which is I guess it was predates Nazi Germany, so it was back in the 1920s when swastikas were good luck in the Hindu religion. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm going to hit old US 80 and take that through Julian, Campo, and places like that. Or I might go up to Borrego Springs, Salton Sea, and come up through the Borrego, the Banner Grade or something, and come back down to San Diego that way. Either way, we'll see how the Yulee goes. But this is Joe and the Yulee.